Happy Sunday morning, everyone. Taking a live look out over downtown Denver. Love it. The sun's coming up. It looks like we got some more blue skies headed our way after what was a gorgeous Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but I just try to spend as much time outside as possible. You had a full day yesterday, too.
You have to spend as much time as you can. A day like that, it is just perfect. It's beautiful out. Greg, thank you for getting us that beautiful weather on this weekend.
You're very welcome.
Oh, stop it.
I know you did it for us.
I know.
He's like, finally. Do you feel recognized
I feel
and validated?
Recognized. Yeah,
good.
After 6 or 7 months here, I feel like it's about time that I get the recognition that I deserve.
Yeah,
we're done with this. More weather like we had yesterday.
Hey, we're going to have another really nice day today. Actually, even warmer than that, but it is going to be breezier as well. So, yeah, a little fly in the ointment there, but no big deal. Let's take a look at the forecast as we're in for overall a really nice day. Currently, temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Lyman, a little chillier in the upper teens and lower 20s. There's definitely a cooler pocket up towards the north end, East Sterling and Ray. Teens and 20s there, but partly cloudy and breezy. Clouds increase as we head through the afternoon hours. So if you want some more sunshine, late morning, early afternoon is the time for you, and temperatures are just going to be mighty fine. As I was talking about, winds are going to be a little bit of an issue coming out of the southwest, anywhere between 10 to 25 miles per hour, that is. HD Doppler radar showing snow already happening on parts of the western slope through southwestern Colorado. That's all thanks to a system bleeding in from the south and west. Meanwhile, we have high wind warnings and high wind watches to talk about. High wind watch in effect starting this evening at 5 o'clock, lasting through tomorrow. For the Front Range foothills, Fort Collins, and for Boulder. Meanwhile, down towards the south central and southeastern portion of the state, we have a high wind warning in effect through the day today. Pueblo, Bent, and Prowers counties likely there. Of course, the San Juan Mountains and Los Animas counties in the mix for us, too. On top of all of that, we have a winter weather advisory for the western portion of the state, especially in those mountainous regions. Windy and sunny for today. That's the name of the game. Mountain snow is coming throughout the day today, even continuing through the day tomorrow. And for Denver, we could be getting yet another round of midweek snow. Give the details coming up.
Greg, thank you. The search for a missing mother from Denver is ramping up. Family members were on foot yesterday looking for Miranda Connor in the place that she was last seen more than 3 weeks ago. 30-year-old mother has been missing since February 3rd. Loved ones were looking in Federal Heights at West 85th Avenue and North Pecos Street. They put up posters, handed out flyers, and had search dogs there to help find Miranda's scent. Initially, police believed Miranda was last seen in her Green Valley Ranch neighborhood, but this week they changed that. They said it's actually this Federal Heights area. Miranda's mom, who lives in Arizona, says she last talked to Miranda the day before she went missing. She said Miranda would never leave her kids.
I'm worried. It's been 3 weeks. So I mean, I'm hoping either way it goes, good, bad, or ugly, that we just get some kind of resolution so that my grandkids can have closure and the rest of her family can.
Miranda's mom hopes neighbors around where she was last seen have potential ring video that might show Miranda leaving. She's looking for any clue that could lead to her daughter. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
We wanted to give you an update about a story that we had shared yesterday. A man is now in jail accused of killing a woman, then kidnapping her 2-year-old grandson in Denver. Police tell us the child is okay. Denver police say Friday night, 43-year-old Clemente Flores Hernandez shot and killed a woman he was dating and lived with at a home on Durham Court in the Montbello neighborhood. Then investigators say he drove away with her grandson. The woman killed had a son. He was also the 2-year-old's dad. He was the one to follow the suspect and told police where that suspect was going. Denver investigators say State Patrol and Adams County all helped to catch the suspect along I-70 near Strasburg. Police say the 2-year-old wasn't hurt, and the suspect, Flores Hernandez, is in jail, held for investigation for murder and kidnapping. Investigators have not shared any more information about the woman who was killed.
Company that operates medical care flight planes in Colorado is grounded right now after a crash that killed 5 people in Nevada. It happened on Friday night near Stagecoach, Nevada. Guardian Flight says the plane went off radar and all 5 people on board were killed. That includes a pilot, flight nurse, flight paramedic, patient, and that patient's family member. Guardian says all their flights are pausing service as part of their safety process in these situations.
Russia strikes that are targeting and pummeling Ukraine's east and south this weekend. And as we are marking 1 year since the invasion, families and groups here, like Ukrainians of Colorado, held a rally at the state capitol Saturday to honor those who have died since the invasion and show their solidarity with Ukraine.
Exactly 1 year ago, I was standing here thinking whether the war would last for 3 days or 3 months maybe. And we don't still have an answer to that in 1 year after the war. It may last for another 3 months or 3 years. I think it's just very important to keep up our support here and in Ukraine.
Andre wants people to know that the work to help Ukraine is still going on and that any help from Coloradans is appreciated. They saw that support coming in last night when the group was joining Thin Man Tavern to raise money.
When the war started, Coloradans mobilized to help people in Ukraine. Those efforts are still going on 1 year later. John McFarland made hundreds of yard flags with proceeds going to help people in Ukraine. More than 700 signs are now posted in and around Denver. He and his son have opened an online shop selling posters and shirts to also help raise money.
Anywhere around the U.S., anybody that likes to contribute to their cause, they can purchase some of this stuff, wear it proudly, and know that they've done something good.
I'm proud to be part of that.
You can see people helping all around Denver. Lawn Table Brew House in North Park Hill is creating 3 different brews to support people in Ukraine. They're planning a bottle release early next month to help people in Ukraine as well.
Today is the last day of Denver's first ever Mile High Asian Food Week. From the lines we've been seeing around town, it's been going very well. 9 News reporter Courtney Yuen and photojournalist Mark Zoleta are showing us the deeper meaning behind the food.
Hi, are you picking up, placing an order?
Restaurants feel like home for Ken Wan.
To go, it would be my goal to show you what my family enjoys to eat.
The kitchen is where he has always found his family.
I think in the end of the day, like, food and cooking is very much intertwined with our family in general.
Ken owns Meta Asian Kitchen with his wife, Doris.
And when I see this dish, I think of a culmination of 2 families coming together and putting something on a plate that's delicious.
A dish they've created for Denver's first Mile High Asian Food Week, and their menu are inspired by the people closest to them.
Stuff that my mom made or Doris's dad makes, stuff that kind of come through from our family traditions. And I want to keep that tradition alive, you know?
I think it goes even deeper than that.
Joanne Liu, Ken's sister, says Chinese food is not just about her culture.
It symbolizes family, and it's a way that we show love and care for one another. It kind of brings me back to being raised in a family who owned a Chinese restaurant.
For 20 years, Joanne and Ken's parents owned a Chinese takeout spot.
They were immigrants to this country, and really it was their way to put food on our table, put shelter over our heads, and really care for us, and really wanted us to succeed.
Food was always a big deal to me, but my parents never wanted me to pursue it because obviously they wanted me to be like a doctor, engineer, a lawyer, typical Chinese immigrant stuff, you know?
Ken still decided to follow his heart into the restaurant business. And Joanne also found a way to celebrate food, culture, and community.
I want to engage in joy. I want to engage in celebration of the Asian culture and Asian foods. And this is how I'm engaging with what's going on today.
She's the founder of Mile High Asian Food Week.
Because I think oftentimes people think, oh, there's no Asian food here, there's no good Asian food. And granted, yeah, it's not the same as the coastal cities like New York City or San Francisco, but there's good Asian food here, and really want the chance to elevate those businesses.
It's a way to shine a spotlight on the diverse Asian American Pacific Islander food scene she says has been growing in the Denver metro.
They all have their own story about why they cook the foods they cook, why they started their businesses, all of that. And a lot of times it's about family. It's about their culture. It's food they grew up on.
So far, 48 restaurants are signed up, including her brother's.
Man, my mom made something so good, but she doesn't know how much to use.
And a food truck called Pho King Rapidos.
It's never like a recipe. It's like, you put about this much in, you put this much in.
Owner Long Nguyen takes a lot of inspiration from family, including his mother, who also measures with her heart.
A lot of the recipes, a good part of the base, or even specials, are from her.
Long says his menu is Vietnamese at its core.
Right here's our sticky icky wings. It's our take on the cánh gà nước mắm.
But with an added twist.
So it's like almost like, like pho in a sandwich form.
Inspired by special moments in his life.
It's an influence from like being at home with my family and then, like living in New York with my wife, and then every day her and I just thinking about like what can we do differently,
He hopes to share his food with the wider community while making his parents proud.
You want to take everything, all the hard work that they did, and then make sure that like you're taking every opportunity they gave you to do something with it.
Through food.
I'm gonna toss it right into the wok.
They're all carrying on a legacy, lovingly passed down by family.
To see that not only am I successful here, but I'm happy in doing what I do, I think to her, it gives her some validation that she was a great mom.
With photojournalist Mark Zoleta.
Top it with a little bit of scallion.
Courtney Yuen, 9 News.
I love that, measuring with the heart. That's how my mom cooks too. Again, today is the last day to enjoy the Mile High Asian Food Week.
This morning, we want to hear what brought you joy this week, or even this last year. You can text them to us at 303-871-1491, or post them on social media using the hashtag 9newsmornings.